The premiere of the 5th and final season of our first campaign, Wanderful, is only a few weeks away. We will be posting a clip show of seasons 3 and 4 every week leading up to the premiere, so set your calendars for the 1st of June.
Bon, you lay sleeping or doing your best to. It's kind of hard to tell time underground, but you're all exhausted and you have a major confrontation coming, so rest makes sense. However, your mind is racing. You're not only having a hard time sleeping, but you're having a hard time calming your mind. You try your hardest to focus your thoughts, but you realize that not all of these thoughts are your own. You realize that you are receiving a message. And this message says, Parlay, I know you've trained. As a sign of good faith, you set up our meeting. No funny business. Come alone. You have 1 minute. And you recognize that through your training, you're able to recognize that not only is this message coming from a member of the Tide, but that they know you've been trained somehow. And you recall your training with Dahlia, and remember the person who sets up the vision is the one in control, and the other one who joins is more vulnerable. And you also, why don't you roll me an insight check?
Okay.
Just to, you off the gut believe this sounds sincere based off what you know about your training.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you can tell that they were being sincere with this parlay. You also assume that time limit they asked for is so you don't have the opportunity to set up a big trap against them.
You said
not that you would necessarily even know how to do that, but what'd you say?
He said I have a minute?
You have 1 minute and then they're gone is kind of what you were getting from that.
Is that the thing that I learned through Dahlia, right? Yeah.
Yes. Whenever you went back to that, so here's what I'll tell you. If you want to do this, you could just be like, nah, fuck that.
No, I understand what you
mean. You want, you will basically pick a location that you would want this meeting to be set up, and you will essentially be the way it works like in universe is you will essentially picture the person you're trying to meet with in your mind.
Yes.
And
like how I get what you mean. It's less of like how I was trying to go back to that location when we first did the visions, and more of just like a space within that like astral kind of nebulous realm. I understand. I'm going to, before I do that, cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure everybody else is asleep around me.
They are.
And I'm going to just give Gareth a forehead kiss. And I'm just going to right there in between. Oh, no, actually, no. I'm going to step kind of to a corner of the room by myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to set up.
So where do you want this meeting to take place? As in, like, you could
creating the space,
have it be, you could have it be wherever. You could have it be your home in Mordell or Barney's office. It'll just be a facsimile of it, but
I want it to be back in the room, not necessarily with the stuff within that room, but back in the room where we first found the Acolyte of the Tide's body.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. So you sit there in your corner and focus all of your mental capacity and your spiritual training and focus on the Tide and this location where you, honestly, I feel like you have a really easy time with it considering the strong emotional baggage that is tied to that location and this individual.
And we had done that, like I had been practicing like canonically before that. So like I think the eye just appears over his forehead, and there's like a low hum of like magic in the air as he kind of goes off into that space.
Yeah, and you pop up and you are standing in a room, and in front of you, you see the Acolyte of the Tide laying lifeless on that table. It's very clear, you have no illusions that it's like real. Like, it is very clearly a facsimile. It is exactly recreated as you remember it. And standing on the opposite side of the room is a cloaked figure, a figure in a black cloak that you recognize to be one of the members of the Tide. Thank you for meeting with me, Bon.
Mm-hmm. I sense sincerity in what you requested, but you can understand if I'm a little,
No, that's perfectly
wary.
valid. I would be surprised if you felt any other sort of way. That's kind of why I asked you to set it up. It would just to give you some sort of ease of mind given this circumstance. I'm sure you're wondering why I reached out to you, so I'll get right to it. So like this silver guy, as you call him, I just wanted to let you know that he is prepared for the three of you to show up at his lair. He knows that you're shortly behind him, and you are prepared, and he is preparing for your attack. I beware of his lair. I did not intend to rhyme.
Is he not one of your lackeys? Is this a rogue agent?
I mean, he kind of is. Like, he was
what? I'm sorry.
Contracted.
Why are we having such a casual conversation? I know. Why are you warning me of your plans? This is all very
well. That's the thing. While yes, we were working together originally, this man is fueled by rage, and rage is unreliable. You, however, are fueled by passion and love. Your love for your family, for your brothers, for your lover. This silver character, as you call him, I have no intentions of you three meeting your end at the hands of this problem. I don't know how to. So I mostly wanted to give you a heads up and that you not.
So let me, if I'm understanding this correctly, I'm sorry. You all placed, maybe it's just you, maybe it's more of you, placed your bets on this rogue agent, the silver masked man. Does he have a name?
Yes, his name is Pyle.
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 Pyle, okay.
He came under my employ because he was already searching after you, and I thought that I could take advantage of...
So, unbeknownst to your plan, and we'll get back to that, this person was already in pursuit of us.
He was. And I thought that that would be the perfect opportunity to take him and kind of use him to further my own goals, but as I said, he's fueled by rage, and it's... Mm-hmm. I will say, I don't know why he was searching after you. I did not bother myself with that. I just saw an opportunity, and I took it, and things have escalated quicker than I expected.
Okay, well, I don't know. What is your goal? Why are you after us? If not for his plans. If your plans differ that much from his and that he is after us for some sort of vengeance quest. I know a thing or two about a vengeance quest. But If you say yours is more than that, what are you trying to harm us? Have we just gotten whatever you've been trying to do wrong? Is this, hey, whoa?
Oh, no. I don't want to misconstrue it in that sort of direction, but rather I have my own plans for you and you three, and I do not want your power to be wasted at the hands of this civilian.
I think just from like the catty nature of Bond just takes the fan out and snaps it at that line and is just like, bitch.
Yeah. like I said, you fight for more important things, for love and family, as I've said, but your power, as I've seen and as I've heard, is ultimately wasted, I feel. Your own brother, after all, treats you like garbage and expects you to come back to him with no true repercussions.
You don't speak about him. Listen, I understand that you hold a lot more cards at the table at the current moment. You could kill me unbeknownst to them sleeping. I understand that. But that does not mean that I'll let you speak ill of people you know nothing about.
You say that I know nothing about. Is what I say untrue? Did Alandi not lie to you, slander your name publicly, treat you with disrespect publicly once again? Have you just forgotten?
Oh no, I'm very well aware of that, but you see, that's a family matter. That's not something that the outside gets to decide on. That's something that we have to have a discussion about. But right now, we're busy trying to save the fucking world because somehow now two separate parties want to ruin it in our name.
Look, I'm not expecting you to drop your family and come to the dark side or anything like that.
I understand an idiot. That. I just mean to say,
I just want you to know your worth. Has Alandi earned your forgiveness, or have you just grown tired of fighting?
There's still time. I think if you write someone off for has no one ever done, a good deed, no matter how wrong they are? Has no one ever been there for you, no matter how they might have failed you? I know that seems like a illogical thing to think, but when it comes to what you've spoken of, seeing through us and the power we hold, love, that thing right there should have been your answer. I understand that he has broken that sacred bond between peoples of trust. I understand that he's maybe spoken out of turn or hurt me. He says it's from a good place. I'd like to believe that. But I'd also like to believe that he is willing to earn my forgiveness, even if it's not outright spoken. That's my brother. We're not brothers by blood, but I would die for him today as I would have yesterday. Regardless of how much he's slandered me or as you say, belittled me or made me feel less worthy. I am worthy because of them. They've made me who I am. Not just him. Not just Carveth either. Everyone I've ever met has given me a small piece of the person that I am. I've learned a lot lately, and I don't know if we'll be able to defeat you or this Silver Man. Pyle, was it? But I can tell you this much. We are going to try because there is too much at stake, and we have already lost too much for us to let a petty squabble in a moment of literal chaos break our bond. Yes, I'm upset with him, but I still love him.
Well, I hear your words and I feel the conviction behind them.
I just have one more question before I or you decide this is over. What happens when you lose? What happens when all this boasting and these secret plots mean nothing? I get that I haven't asked pertinent questions. I can't honestly trust you to tell me the truth. But I am assuring you that as much as you feel you have an upper hand at this moment, you've seen us. We just might surprise you.
I think he kind of smirks a little. Best of luck to you. J3B will need it. And he disappears.
And he just closes the fan and fades away from the space.
You didn't.
No, the riddles are fun. I like riddles.
So,
Fuck you if you don't like riddles.
Guys, did you hear me get that one right? Bond,
Yes,
you got
it
so
was
many
incredible.
right.
You guys both did really well. I'm appreciative of my brothers and their knowledge. Regardless
While you're
of
all
whether or
patting
not.
each other on the back, this door opens, revealing a surprisingly large room, kind of similar to a school gymnasium with its like rectangular shape and high ceilings, sans the basketball courts. At the far end of this room, you're kind of looking long ways. At the far end of this room, roughly 200 or so feet ahead of you, you see a giant metal box, roughly 10 feet at each side. Either side of the box has a connected railing, clearly used for carrying, kind of like like on the sides of a coffin. And
Like the pallbearers deal.
Yeah, exactly. And at the front face of this box is also a small circular window. And looking into this window, you see the cause of a fair amount of strife and heartache over the last year or so. Silver. And Silver cheekily looks over his shoulder at the five of you and through his mask speaks. Well, it's about time. It's about goddamn time, J3. Well, there's five of you. Oh, shit, Jamiroquai. What are you doing with these three goons? And Jamiroquai grimaces, unable to speak. You can, if you were to look over, you'd see like his fist. You could tell he's getting like overwhelmed with emotion and anger. And then suddenly with a quickness you've yet to see from him.
I'm going to put a hand on his shoulder and cast Bardic Inspiration on Jamiroquai and just be like, I know.
Love it.
I know.
You do this, and Jamiroquai, like insanely quickly, whips out his crossbow and fires a bolt right at Silver, and it flies through the air on a dead rope straight at his face, but at the last possible moment, hits an invisible barrier 15 feet short. And it's at this point you're able to notice a semi-transparent wall separating you from them. And Silver sees that and is like, "Yeesh, I forgot you're more of a shoot first and talk later kind of guy. All right, here we go." And Silver walks towards you, phasing straight through this barrier. Let's roll for initiative.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm truly terrified of how.
He just walked through a fucking glass wall.
Bro, that's some Haku ass shit. I got a 5.
Oh, I got 15.
I rolled a natural 1 on initiative. Isn't that fun for me? In this very important moment.
22.
So, you see Silver pass through this barrier, walk straight through it, towards you all, not at like a super brisk pace.
Oh shit, how do you do that?
And as he does, you see him go, like he does like a quick little whistle, and from the ground you see 2 skeletons pull their way through the dirt, and you see 2 skeleton knights wearing some sorts of dingy armor.
Oh, I get it.
Look,
I'm pissed.
Y'all are doing crazy.
No.
Y'all are going crazy.
I love it.
Silver,
I'm picturing this as like something straight out of fucking Avatar.
Silver is down to a knee after being gored by a rhino and slashed up by all of you. Clearly, this time the shoe's on the other foot, and he underestimated the lot of you. Mm-hmm. As blood is dripping from his mask, his monk attire is starting to tear. He looks back up at you, and chuckles through the pain a little, and he says, really talking to you, Bon and Gareth, since y'all are right there on him. He says, "You three been busy, haven't you?" And he spits blood out of his mask. You hear him spit, and you just kind of see a bunch of blood fall from under the mask.
Some Studio Ghibli yucky, nasty blood shit. Ew, yes.
And he says, I guess it's time to get this show on the road. And you see Silver, he uses his movement to start running back toward the big box at the end of the room. And then suddenly you see him disappear and then reappear on his feet standing atop the box. He is breathing extremely heavily and trying to maintain what little composure he has left. And he says, it's time for you fuckers to pay for what you've done. And as he says this, the man you've come to call Silver removes his mask, for which he has been named, and you see globs of congealed blood slop off of this mask. And as he does, you finally see him. I've been waiting for this day for almost an entire year, chasing you motherfuckers. My name's Pyle, and you see his green goblin skin poking through the blood coating his face. You murdered my father in cold blood, and now it's finally time for Hemorrhoid's revenge.
Yes! Let's go!
And as he says this, a tear falls from his eye as he lifts his hands and shouts a necrotic chant. Demonic voices seem to accompany him as blood begins to pour from his mouth. Gallons of blood pour from his mouth.
Holy shit.
So much more than even possibly makes sense. And then Pyle's body begins to shrivel. And after a moment, the blood stops flowing. And after a beat, his corpse shoots downward into the box. You have just a beat of horrific silence that is broken by an ominous rumble coursing throughout the lair. Rocks begin to crumble from the ceiling above you. After a moment of this rumbling, it suddenly stops, plunging you back into ominous silence. Then you hear the sound of something slamming against metal coming from inside the box. Then again and again, until the box begins to burst, blood spewing out from within. Blood pours forcefully through every crack it can find until the whole thing explodes, sending viscera in all directions. It coats the invisible wall separating you from the box, and after a moment the blood begins to clear, and you see a horrible beast of rotten bloody flesh, 10 feet tall and just as wide. And atop this beast you see the disgusting, deformed, lifeless head of Hemorrhoid, half merged with his son Pyle, as this beast screams a blood-curdling roar and charges at the five of you, smashing through the barrier.
I just remembered something.
Oh
my god. No, I can't yet. Oh! Don't neither of you kill this motherfucker.
No,
Do as much damage as you can, but don't you dare kill him.
Well, no, it's going to the one boy.
Oh, it has to. Oh my god. I'm just reading through my character sheet again and remembering where I picked up some of this stuff. And I'm just like,
that is...
This is poetic as fuck. This is great. This could work. And I read the rules. I know how it works. Okay. I'm not going to be a
that
dumb
is Gareth and Carveth that it's going to swing at. I said Alandi, but then I realized I missed a number. So Gareth, Carveth, Gareth. So it does not hit Gareth. However, it does. It rolled a 26 to hit Carveth.
Hey, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Shouldn't it have taken damage from blades because it's sitting in blades?
Oh yeah. How does that work again?
Cloud of Daggers?
I thought it was at the beginning of its turn. It does Cloud of Daggers damage.
Oh no, it's just a boom.
Or if it starts its turn there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Bon, if you can roll that damage again, and I'm gonna roll damage for Carveth.
I think what was that? 7.
That's 18 points of damage to Carveth.
18?
Because I cast it
Correct.
earlier at 5th level,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
It was 4.
No, it was 4th level. It was 4th level.
48. Yeah.
It was 4d8. Yeah.
8d4. 8d4.
8d4. That's the one.
There we go. Rolling that beautiful.
I'm dyslexic.
That's 16. as he
16.
I'd say it's less of a cloud because I focused it in his chest. I think he's just got this churning mass of fucking blades in a pocket of his flesh where I left the rock.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
Because it's so big too that you only got hit by it because you placed it.
So visually, right?
It's so big.
Come with me, right? You
Hit me
said
with it.
after I did the damage, he like flexed and freaked out, and he's berserking. So I would assume he kind of swolled up. Literally, it's like stuck in him because he like grew Akira style around the spell. That's so
love that.
gross.
I love that.
I love it.
And up next is Jamiroquai, who's gonna try to finish that skeleton off.
Hell yeah, dude. It's bone time.
Oh, big fail. Does he have 2 hits? He does have 2 attacks. Oh, rolled the same number twice. That's a 3 on both.
Damn.
Up next is Skeleton 3, who is currently being attacked by Carveth, but it's stunned.
Hell yeah,
So
bitch.
Bon is up.
So on my turn,
Spontaneous.
I'm not gonna use my bonus action with spiritual weapon. I think
Okay.
I'm
Would
gonna
you-
actually
Question. Are
draw
you still
the spiritual
taking
weapon back.
Cloud?
Wait, what?
Are you still taking cloud damage?
Oh
No,
yeah,
because whenever it's swole up, we're talking
Yeah.
like
even still,
he
I
took
would
damage
push
when
away.
he placed it, basically.
I would
Gotcha.
push kind of back from him now that
Yeah.
I'm not doing any touch
Gotcha.
stuff.
He's good.
anyhow. Not like far
Sweet.
enough that I'm not like Bond's still in his face. Bond's still ready to go, but Bond's just
Yeah.
like trying to be more wary because he jumped back to heal you too.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, I think he is going to, especially after touching Carveth, like there's just like a moment where he kind of takes a beat
Yeah.
and he kind of like.
He did more than touch Carveth.
No, I know he healed or whatever, but
Yeah.
he like.
No, he fucked up. Oh, you
No, I'm talking
touched
about me.
Carveth. Yes.
He sees Carveth hit like the monk shit and kind of remembering back to their time under Adara when he was training him in secret as the Red Hood, and he picked up some shit along the way.
Hell yeah.
The Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Moon.
Jesus.
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon.
Blood
yeah.
Moon. Red Moon.
Because one of y'all
Goddamn.
kept saying Red Hood about it. My brain. But he runs towards him and towards Grim, and he's going to kind of like slide between its legs and cast Fairy Fire up at it, like
Okay.
causing it to be wreathed in this like sparkling, like glittering.
Well, if it doesn't make
if
it
doesn't
a
make the
save,
dex
what is it?
Yeah. It's a
Dex save?
against my spell DC, which is 15.
Dex is not our specialty. And it's a nat 1.
Yeah, buddy. So he goes sliding under him. You just see this cool, like almost like wrestler style pyrotechnics go off as he's just covered in this like blue electric glitter. And then he's gonna pop up behind him and grapple him as a bonus action, like in a full Nelson. Like obviously he's too
Oh
big
my
for that, but
God.
he's gonna basically try to
Yeah.
like hold him
master
steady
lock.
while he also has like advantage. Like he's kind of up at his neck, kind of like just as much.
Can
as,
we grapple as a bonus action?
Yeah, I looked at it with my tavern brawler feat.
Oh, with Tavern Brawler?
I can
oh, okay,
grapple
okay,
as a
okay,
bonus
okay,
action.
okay.
Let's
So I
go.
planned this. I literally read the rules. Don't come for me.
No, that's great. No, I'm asking. I'm
fully,
asking.
He's gonna like slide under
is
him,
Fightful,
fairy fire,
motherfucker.
run up, and like I know he's like impossibly big, so you can make me take damage for this. Bon is going to try his hardest to lock his arms around this thing's neck, even if that means dislocating
So
one of his shoulders.
I'm gonna
to do
tell
so.
you, Bon, your arms aren't long enough to do that.
Is there some kind
Because
of way?
it is 2 heads coming out of the
Okay.
neck.
Well, what?
He's a
How
thick
can
boy.
we? How can? Because I want to grapple this fool. I'm trying to work with you within the fiction.
So
How do we-
here's
Got any
what
rope?
we're looking like. If you want to try to grapple it,
Got any rope?
What is
I
it?
will either give you disadvantage, which would counteract your advantage that you already have, just make it flat, or I can let you have the advantage and make the check really high because this thing's like 3 times your size. It's not quite
wanna
3 times your size.
I wanna
It's over 2 times.
I want to try the high thing, and I will take a picture. I don't have any rolls up right now
Yes.
to lie.
No, you're good.
My screen
Let
is
me
blank.
figure
I'm
out what
opening my
this check
camera.
needs to
You
be.
figure out that thing. because
What's your strength?
my
It's 0, right?
yeah. It certainly is, Tyler.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I know.
So grapple is contested. It's gonna be your either acrobatics or athletics against its athletics, right? Isn't that how grapple works? Which your acrobatics is much better. So I'm trying to figure out how to work this grapple. Especially, obviously, I know you're able to grapple because as a bonus action because
So-
of Tavern Brawler.
So another
Yeah.
thing too, within fiction of like
Go
how
ahead.
I've been doing my magic, like it's not how it would work, but you know how I make my
Mm-hmm.
big hands and I blow up my stomach and I make the guardians and stuff. What if he did some Michael Jordan ass shit and he got big hands? His hands literally
So
aren't big.
I
but I'm
say
grappling
let's-
him. I don't know.
I say let's
give
do
him
a
big
normal
hands.
grapple. You roll either
Also, I'm
acrobatics
recording
or
it, yeah.
athletics, and it's gonna roll athletics.
Yeah.
And we will. I depending on how the rolls go, I may modify the effect, like rather than you having complete control over, like, because grappling allows you to like immobilize an opponent. Like maybe you aren't able to completely immobilize it,
Right.
but maybe you're able to grant disadvantage or something. Let's see if you're able to grapple first. All right, Kyle, go ahead and give me your roll, and I'll go ahead and roll.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Okay, that was a good roll on Grimroyd.
Acrobatics, you said? I'm doing.
Yeah, you can do acrobatics. He's doing athletics.
All right, here we go. Shit.
And I need honesty, obviously. I know you wouldn't lie. I know.
No, I know.
Just for the listeners as well, you know.
Dude, it's a natural one.
What wouldn't even?
It's a natural one.
It's a natural one.
Yes.
Oof.
Jesus.
Jesus, take Kyle's
6 plus 1.
Okay. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. And Kyle, I hate that I can't see your face because I don't want to piss you off, and I won't know
No, it's all
if
good.
I'm pissing you off here.
It's whatever.
A nat 1. You were trying to do something bold.
Yeah,
I
I know.
respect it.
No,
Nat 1.
So here's my thing too,
You-
and I'm giving this
Go
to you
ahead.
because of what the words I actually said on record. I don't know if they were. Slid under his legs, did the fairy fire. I think I didn't quite stick the landing, and he got the drop on my ass.
I'm gonna tell you what happens, and you're not gonna love it.
I'm not worried about it, dude.
Let me just read this again real quick before.
I just want to point out to the peanut gallery. Bond's got 12 health.
Oh my God! Holy fuck!
And you tried to grapple it.
I certainly did. I was trying
All
to
right,
set up
well,
shit
hey,
for
here's where we are.
Jamiroquai.
Here's where we are.
Everyone's
Here's where we are.
targeting me, and I still have more health than everyone else. What's
all
going
good.
on?
Here's where we are. Here's
all
where we are.
good.
You try to grapple it, and it, without any difficulty, swipes you off, and you're knocked prone. And it is going to, at the end of your turn, use a legendary action. If a creature is prone within 15 feet of the monster, I can make a melee attack on you. If it hits, it's not going to be good.
Oh, I'm just letting you know, it just won't get good.
Kyle, that I need you to know how close that was to a 2.
Oh my
It
God.
literally it sat on the edge of 2 for like a whole second,
what is it?
and then flipped to an 18
Okay.
plus 8.
Listen,
I mean, I'm prone.
It's not gonna
That
be that bad.
hits.
So this creature, so Grimroyd, grapples you, but the way it grapples you is it slams its hand down onto you and impales you. It impales into your side, and its hand digs into the ground through your side. Now I'm gonna roll some damage. And you are restrained and grappled.
Oh, he
And
just hit it blade.
which the rest of you need to figure out what to do about this. It cannot attack anyone else until you get out of its grapple.
Well,
Luckily,
I mean,
its turn isn't for a while.
well, it can,
But everyone else needs to. Wait, what?
it probably can't. Go ahead and roll that bean footage for me, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
There's
some
no
damage.
chance that this wasn't a royal mistake.
That's 12 damage. What were you at again?
Okay, so this is actually both best
Okay,
case
so
scenario
Bond-
and worst case because since he goes to 0 exactly, he doesn't make death saves. He's
Yeah.
just unconscious.
Yes, but the creature both can't attack anyone else, and it can't control who it's attacking already. The three of you are kind of overwhelmed by emotion, and each of you your vision starts to blur a little, and each of you begins to have a vision. Bon, you see a vast field. You see gold and orange reeds blowing in the wind. It's beautiful. The sun is setting.
It's like one of those TikToks from those places I never know exist in the world.
Exactly.
The big clouds. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You see a small caravan being led by 3 cloaked figures, and you recognize them to be the Tide. The 3 of them have packed bags, and in the distance, you see that they appear to be leaving their lair. Their lair is in the distance. You see this icy region of yonder, as you've heard that they probably make their home in the north, the north wintry region. Mm-hmm. You see behind them in this icy region, almost not a castle, but like a stead built into, like a spire built into a icy mountain.
Ooh, like some Fortress of Solitude type shit.
Only this mountain seems to have been almost like destroyed by a blue crystal that has overtaken it. This lair seems abandoned, and yet a sort of powerful energy remains there despite the Tide leaving. You can't tell when this is happening. You can't tell if this has already happened. You can't tell any of those things. Carveth.
Yes.
You see probably the worst vision of all, unfortunately. You see something that feels kind of familiar because you've thought about this a lot in the last 10 to 15 minutes. I wrote this before what just happened, obviously. Mm-hmm. You see your brother Bon dying a gruesome death. You see his body crushed, caved in, not unlike the Acolyte of the Tide. Not unlike the Acolyte of the Tide that Bon saw earlier in this show. But you see Alandi using the hourglass to undo it. If you remember, Alandi purchased an hourglass that when smashed would allow him to travel 5 minutes into the past, basically redo time for 5 minutes. But that's what you see. Yeah. You can't tell you don't know for sure if it's real. You don't know for sure, like, if this will happen, if it's something that you can change. You don't know anything like that, but that's what you see. Alandi, you see an army. You see an army of cloaked figures marching from the northeastern region of yonder. You have heard from the various people that you've talked to that the Tide likely makes their base in the northern region of yonder, the sort of wintry region. This appears to be further east than you currently believe them to be.
Yeah, so originally they were like mostly north, but it was like north slightly east was the
like north, like center east north. Yeah. Which y'all don't know exactly where they are, just generally. Mm-hmm. But you see this army marching in from the northeast region of yonder, and in the back of this army, you see a palanquin of 3 cloaked figures sitting atop it, and 2 glowing blue orbs float just above them, radiating a powerful necrotic energy. Now, you don't know when this is happening. You don't know if this is to happen or if it's something you can undo or change. That's all you got.
Does Alandi get to say something, or does he just see this vision?
Nope, you're just seeing it.
Okay.
It's like an unconscious thing.
Okay.
You all come to from your vision, and you all look to each other with a knowing sort of with an understanding. You all nod to each other like you all experience something. You don't know if you all experience the same vision yet or what, but
you all see their body still? Like, did that
you
happen before?
you see in front of you Hemorrhoid embracing his son Pyle in their original forms before you.
Alandi is going to look down at the two father and son crumpled dead, and he's just going to go, so there's still like the mom loose end we got to deal with, huh?
That's funny. Carveth, you stroll right in, unaware of the vibe going on here. What do you say to Pharrell?
Oh, what up, P? How's it going?
So you come in with this laissez-faire, what up, P vibe, as Bon and Alandi get the clear vibe that we are at some sort of funeral.
That's exactly,
shit.
as soon as you said it was a nice black, I was like, this is a fucking funeral, and we need to figure that out now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I think
Pharrell immediately is like, Carveth.
Can I dexterity?
Carveth, let's...
No. I'm not even dexterity check. I just fully grab him by his mouth, like him on
And
some
pull
monk
him
shit,
back.
and just and I have a hand at his throat, and I'm just like pulling him out of the room. I'm so sorry.
So I have a question. With my nat 20, is there any way I could know who the funeral is for? Because I feel like there would be a picture or something.
The role was just for that, essentially, because you approach, and I think Pharrell can kind of tell Alandi you're, trying to get a good look, and you're kind of picking up, as Pharrell says, shit, you guys haven't heard, have you? What, you guys, let's go on and come in. I'm trying not to smile. Sorry, I'm uncomfortable. Sorry, Kyle.
Don't you do this to me.
And he ushers you all into the main area of the hall, and you see this brand new ceremony hall. You see these beautiful vaulted ceilings with intricately painted depictions of various local mythologies on the ceiling. You see the ceilings being held up by ornate pillars. At the end of the hall, you see on a bit of like a stage or an altar, you see King Otto sitting in a large throne, surrounded by some of his guard. He also wears, instead of armor, he wears a neatly pressed black suit and a kingly veil hanging from his crown, obscuring his face. On the other end of the altar, you see a viewing area. It looks like it's an open casket or something, and you can't quite tell who's in it, but there is a large line of people viewing it. You all kind of get the vibe of what's going on, I can tell. And you see, as you walk up, you see up at this stage a knight walking briskly up to King Otto and whispering something to him. And just after that, Otto looks right to the group of you, and you lock eyes. And he walks out to greet you. And you can tell. Sorry, I just looked into Kyle's eyes, and my heart hurts.
It's okay.
And
I don't know who.
Otto kind of walks up to the three of you, and looks to you, Bon. And you kind of both share a knowing glance. And he doesn't
don't
say
words, but I mouth.
Yeah.
Dahlia.
And as you do, you kind of have a hard time seeing his eyes through this veil that he's wearing, but you see the shine of a tear fall from his eye as you say this.
I pull him into the biggest hug, and he just starts crying with him.
He sobs as you do, like he was giving everything he could to hold it in, but
I'm good. I'm just like, fuck, man. something in me when I made the bit about losing a mom.
Dude, you fucking said that 2 seconds ago, and I
as
was
soon
like,
as I
"Oh
said it,
no, I don't want to do this anymore."
The premonition I have had in this show is insane. It's a cursed premonition because every time I've guessed something, it's led to something
Can I just say
traumatic.
It's been ever since you've interacted with Dahlia, like the fortune teller lady.
Yeah.
So I think you might have just gotten real powers.
Fuck. Dude,
True.
Dang. What the fuck? You're not even
That's kind of crazy. That's actually kind of a good ass point. Because this is a coincidence. Like, obviously, Kyle couldn't have known that this is what I was doing when he said that. You can only have
so many of those in a row.
And then I referenced Sadie just because, like, I'm like, and then in the vein of just favorite NPCs, like, and I was thinking about Dahlia, but I didn't want to say anything because I had an idea. Fuck, dude.
God damn.
Oh,
the next time you say shit, I'm taking it 100% serious.
Bro, write it down. Just write it the fuck down and be like, yep, he said it.
Yeah.
So Otto in this embrace says to you, Bon, he doesn't release the embrace for a moment.
Either, no.
But he says to you, we need to talk. She left this for you, and you feel him kind of reach back, and he places an envelope in your hand, and he says, open this when you get back to your room later.
And Bond hasn't addressed this in front of everybody, but as soon as he's passed the bead curtains away from everybody, he kind of doubles over before doing anything else in extreme pain because of the still, as he moves his hand, wet wound in his abdomen.
Yeah.
And I don't think he cartoonishly coughs up blood or anything, but there's like the water staining on the bandages.
Yeah.
But he's kind of pushes through it.
For sure. And you reel over and you kind of see that you're alone, and being alone in this room is weird for sure. Not weird in like it feels like an invasion of privacy necessarily. It does kind of feel like an invasion of privacy.
No, I was gonna say like, it's an invasion of privacy, but like a little sibling invading their older sibling's privacy space. Because I was gonna make the joke too, just for more levity's sake. He goes to the tiny box she has on the top shelf and he gets her weed out. He smokes a little bit of her weed.
You definitely
he puts on some of her weed.
You definitely smoke some of her weed. It was usually offered to you when you would come around.
Oh damn! I made the wrong friend.
But
fully puts
Dahlia on has the good stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm fully picturing like he puts on like her equivalent of like music, or like maybe even light some of her incense before, just like to. He just wants to soak into that. Literally Sade or SZA, one of the two. And he's just he just lays on the bed and he just like just breathes in for a moment, and he's holding the letter now, but he's not opened it.
Okay.
He's
well, why don't you give me, unless you are this much trying not to, why don't you give me an investigation check, just like your feeling of the envelope, because there's something that feels interesting inside.
Ooh, okie dokie.
A pipe bomb.
Not bad, not good. 13.
13? It feels like there's a coin inside.
Yeah, I think carefully, because he's going to preserve this shit, scrapbook type shit.
Yeah.
Takes like, is it wax sealed? Like describe this envelope, baby.
Yeah, so it is a white envelope. It says Bon on the front, and it is very clearly not Dahlia's handwriting. It is very clearly Pharrell's handwriting because it's messy. The N is backwards. That's not his specialty.
We love a dyslexic king.
Yeah. But there you do see on the other side the king's seal. On
fully
it.
Just like coke nail out, peels the seal.
You pop the seal off very carefully, and you see a silver. No, it's more of a black coin on the inside. You pull this coin out of the envelope, and it is this like inky black shiny coin. It is pristine. On the front of it, you see this ornate symbol of an eye, but the eye also has some features of a clock, like the ticks around the edges, and and arrows on it. Why don't you give me a religion check to see if you recognize this symbol?
Could I instead counteroffer identify?
Oh.
Yeah. You have identify?
I certainly do, good sir.
What does identify say again?
As soon as I get to it, my brother, I'll tell you. You choose one object, and you must touch throughout casting the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic is imbued to the object, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether or not it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has. You learn whether or not any spells are affecting the item, what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, or you learn what spell created it.
Okay, so that doesn't... I still need...
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see.
So I still need the religion check, but do you want to do that? Because there's other information you can get.
No,
okay.
Absolutely. I'm going to do that in tandem with the religion check.
So...
pressed the wrong button. I did persuasion.
So with that, you learn that this coin has had... It is not a magic item, but it has had some magic shit done to it. Mm-hmm. You can tell that... likely Dahlia put some sort of vision-y stuff on this.
Yeah, I was going to ask too before I did that, the eye, was it similar to the eye that happens when we cast our little...
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Give me the religion check.
Yeah, the religion check is 17, my brother.
Beautiful. You recognize this symbol to be the symbol or sigil or whatever for... And this is something I just came up with.
No, fuck yeah. Go
Flavor, Flay hyphen VORE, the god of time and fate.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler. I'm not even saying anything else. That is... Tyler, that's double chef's kiss. That's good. That is lore. That... Hell yeah. Anyway... Continue. I got the fucking eye of flavor. I like that a lot.
So, yeah. So it's the symbol is an eye with like a clock.
Yeah.
And you so you recognize that this you recognize where the symbol comes from and that it has some sort of vision-y stuff. Do you want to go ahead and do the whole thing, the whole rigmarole?
Do I flip it or something? Because that'd be cool as fuck. Because
you can try.
Yeah, he's gonna put it on his thumb and flip it and say, "Yeah, boy."
Was it heads or tails? Roll a d6.
Oh, I have an actual quarter in front of me. If you want.
Oh yeah, heads or tails.
I caught that shit in the air. Nice. Tails.
Oh, you died.
Damn.
No.
Why do our people always die off camera?
No, he was on camera. Y'all are off camera.
That's why he lives.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This was a Sopranos cut to black when he flipped the coin.
Yeah, right. But so you focus your mind on this coin like you've done a million times with all of these other visions, and you
Girl, put your
find yourself
on. He's chanting the prayer they always.
you open your eyes after a moment and see yourself sitting cross-legged on the rug like you normally would with Dahlia, which you were on the bed as you said, but once you enter this vision you happen in the room on the rug. Mm-hmm. And you see just across from you what is empty space. Dahlia sort of phases into the room, and you see her in front of you with a warm smile across her face. And she says, "Hello, Bon. I'm terribly sorry that things have gone the way they have. Trust me, I hadn't expected I'd be here right now either. I almost forgot. This is a pre-recorded message, so if you're trying to talk to me, I can't hear you.
Fool me once, shame on me.
I don't really know how any of this works. It all sounds made up, like some guy just came up with it. But anyways, I expected you to try to say something to her earlier, and you didn't. But I'm not gonna pretend I didn't write all that in there.
No, that's fine. That's
you
good.
know,
Go for it.
I
think he's
holding
too
true.
in like he wants it to be able to be talked, but he knew.
He knew that it wasn't.
He didn't want to break his own heart.
Yeah. Anyways, I felt an ill omen fall over the land soon after your departure to the Forlorn Forest. I spent sleepless nights searching for answers to no avail, when finally I struck a deal with the flayed timekeeper. In exchange for my life and service, I have provided you and your kin with visions of the near future. I knew that time was of the essence, and considering you would have never allowed this had I offered the idea up to you, I went ahead and took it upon myself to act. I'm terribly sorry to leave you this way. And for the last thing I'd like to leave you with, the future is not set. If you act accordingly, things can change for the better. Fare thee well, Bon. I will see you once your soul too has passed through the ether into the undying zone. Tell Otto that I love him dearly.
We got our first zone, boys. The undying zone. We got our first zone. You been to space?
Oh, we're in space. That's so crazy. Where are y'all headed?
North. Truthfully, if I'm being honest, we had prophetic visions after killing a giant monster that fused with his father and became an undead meat monster. After learning a bit about ourselves and the poison that is revenge, we said our goodbyes and apologized to him, and our dad's ghost and his dad's ghost came and brought him to the Shadow Realm. And then after that, we got prophetic visions that told us about army headed this way sometime soon or later. And
wait, are you all coming from Thandor?
Yeah, just now, yeah.
And Howard's like, oh, I that's not his voice. He was high. He's like, oh shit, I received a call from Sister Pyle about some bullshit going on, and we were headed down there to regroup with her.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Shit.
Please, if you do want to kind of reignite that old flame of getting your dick hard about fighting, you can go on down to Thandor. There's going to be an army of the undead, right?
I think
undead
maybe
and dark wizards. At least three dark wizards.
Way
and
too high to answer that question.
Yeah, definitely three dark wizards. And like an army of the undead.
I mean,
and they've also got
that
these.
Don't sound too bad.
No, but they've got these cool, like crazy magic rocks. These two right now, and we're trying to find the third one so they don't get the third one. Because if they have all three, then they make a really dope magic rock that's like scary and can fuck with reality.
Then they make like a Voltron.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I promised Grandma we're gonna sprinkle her rocks. So
we're gonna sprinkle her rocks. So
you say this about the cool rocks, and Twinkle suddenly starts coughing, and for 5 straight minutes exhales green smoke.
Yeah, no, and I'm fully gonna pour out the white wine water.
And Twinkle drinks it really quick and goes, holy shit, I was holding that in for 2 years.
Dude! And we're all like, me and Gareth immediately are like, yes.
God
yes.
damn. 2 years?
Did you say cool magic rock?
Not like...
I mean,
yeah, like
that's subjective because that's really an item.
It's a bunch of rocks and like,
they're like,
you know...
They're like rocks made of pure magic.
And he says, do you mean like this? And Twinkle pulls out what you
it's a really cool rock.
Yeah.
Alani was like, no.
I almost made the...
No, so Twinkle pulls out what you feel like resembles the congruence, but like only like part of one.
Oh shit.
No.
What the... Yes.
Wow, that is fucking crazy. That...
and it appears, if you remember the original, it was perfectly spherical.
Yes.
This one appears to be like a
chunk?
third of a circle, a third of a sphere, I mean, but it also appears smaller than the other one you had seen.
Is this like a piece of a piece?
Oh,
that's
not good, probably.
Tyler, I'll use a spell slot. Can I identify it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
I mean, you're going to take a long rest before y'all do anything else.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to see it. And I'm going to sit and do my my buck wild magic shit.
I think you get the vibe that Twinkle hands it right over because they're not worried about whether or not they could get it back from you.
No, exactly. Yeah, dude. You've never seen Bond like this. Bond is totally chill. Bond is also like sweating. Like, damn, if we fuck up, we're fucked. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Identify. Tell me about it. Is it a piece of a piece?
So you cast Identify on it, and
you gotta tell me all about it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you all about
it. What I'll tell you, you cannot pinpoint the school of magic that this is.
Interesting.
It doesn't fit with any of the traditional schools of magic.
Yeah. Does it feel old, Tyler? Does it feel like old magic?
Listen, what I'm going to tell you with Identify, you have every reason to believe, at the very least, that this is a piece of a congruence, especially with the information that like your mom's wanted to split up the congruences, like maybe this is what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because it is like perfectly cut into like a third of a sphere.
Yeah. Like a watermelon slice kind of vibe.
Yeah. Mom already got started.
Yeah, and we know that because they have the other parts, right? Like not them.
In the vision.
In the vision they had
there were two whole congruences like floating in the air above.
Oh shit! So this is like a piece of the third one.
Yeah.
We gotta Triforce this bitch.
Yeah, no. I fully implicitly trust you all to protect this with your lives, and that shouldn't be a difficult task.
If we're being honest, Dante says, if we're being honest, this thing, Twinkle and I found this, we kind of stole it from the clutches of this dragon lair. It was complicated. It was
shit. And Bond's got like the Steven Universe stars in his eyes as they say dragons because he's never seen a dragon.
We got this some 850 years ago. It kind of is the thing that set us off on like super powerful interzonal kind of
legitimately. When I tell you that this sliver you have is a piece of something incredibly powerful, like you guys level powerful, like beyond if you get all three of them.
There's three of these
apparently.
Wait, hold on. To clarify, there's like probably three of that piece, but then like there's three.
No, but I mean three whole ones is what I'm saying. If you got that from a piece,
9 of them.
Holy shit! And I think Bond's really high and drunk too. He's like, so wait, there's about 12 of them.
Listen, it sounds like we've been able to hold on to this pretty safely for the last like 850 years. It sounds like it might be worth it for us to. Should we like use this for the war, or should like we ditch that and look for the other ones you're talking about?
Ooh, that's interesting. I think with
to be honest, it's your call. I can tell you the last people we met who had a whole one was the people who built a city-sized spaceship that went to space.
Yeah.
So like the more you get, it seems to escalate.
Oh, so you know who has one of these?
Not
had.
So it's hard to explain.
Had.
They got it stolen.
Had it, yes.
They got it nicked.
Okay. And these are the cats who are launching this war.
No. These guys were the guys that we So before the
actually, you're going to Thandor. You're going to meet them.
Yeah,
it's
you're going to meet them. It's the people
You're going to see a
Darren.
floating city Their whole city is built on the back of having had one of these for like less time than it sounds like you've
But
had.
they
You guys
also had another
No,
guy.
I meant the cats who stole it. They're the ones launching the war?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
known as the
Oh,
Tide.
okay. So if this sliver of one of these was able to, do what it did for us, and you're suggesting that they have two?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's a problem.
Like whole ones?
Yeah, like 2 whole ones. Well, yeah.
Did you?
They
Yeah.
should.
Did you have the same realization when they said it out loud that I had?
They did, but they can't right now because there's only 3 total.
So they can't have 2 of them. That means they're on
So
the way
my
to get.
vision's from the future. Oh
Wait.
God, I think that means
Wait.
you guys are gonna get got.
Uh-oh.
Wait, would they
What?
not? Is it not possible for them to have 2? Because this is just a piece of one. There's
Maybe-
I thought they
how
were-
many
no.
total?
Here's my thoughts. I think they much like how. Sorry, we're having like a weird group sidebar. We're not trying to cut you
No,
guys
it's
out of the
okay.
deal.
We're just listening.
You know how we've been using our map deal to explore and do all that? What if they've got some kind of way to track these fools better than we do because they've had longer time to do so and they haven't had all of them? Maybe they're traveling to get them or piece them together like
Like a congruence radar. Or
Yes,
something.
something.
Like
maybe like or congruent sense. I like either way, they have some way of knowing where or how to obtain these pieces to craft wholes.
If these things are as powerful as you say, like, they'd probably be giving off pretty strong, like, energy or essence or something like
Hold on,
that.
I'm not
right?
high enough for this.
I definitely. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Hey man, pass me those chips. You've been holding on.
can
to the
I
baggie.
do
No,
something?
yeah, here you go.
Thank you so
Do you
much.
want some veggie straws?
Oh my god!
Can I do
yes. And he's just
something
like shoveling them in
little
his
bit-
mouth, downing
I
that
want to try
water.
something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have a specific like spell or anything, but I just want to try to like. Yeah. So do you mind if I like hold it for a second and?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll grab it and
Carveth going for
I
a
think
vibe check.
Carveth is going to sit down under a tree, hold
Okay.
it like at his center, close his eyes, and begin to like focus in a meditation specifically on the artifact.
Could I give him
to see if I can
by
to
using
see if I
some
can
of my
pick up.
Dahlia business?
I'm trying to see if I can pick up like any sort of like trace of energy or like see if I can like tap into something potentially.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know that you necessarily have much experience in this kind of realm.
That's why I
but
was saying.
I think if you do it with Bon,
Okay.
you probably would have
To give you
be more likely to
advantage.
be successful.
Bon, do you
Yes.
want to help
To
me?
give you advantage, like almost like mirroring Dahlia.
Yeah.
He sets everything
Yeah.
up with like the stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
incense.
love
Yeah.
that.
Like
Yeah.
he literally is setting up. He's like teaching you how to like do the guided meditation thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he sits down with you and he holds your hands as you go into this meditative state, and you see.
and I'm giving you like breathing technique.
Yes,
like,
exactly. Fully.
As we're going, so we're
and
trying to
I'm
go off of
remembering my
each
time
other.
on Duradera when you trained me, so I'm like already kind of ready for that, and I'm just like, okay. And you see like
Okay.
that same magic light up the eye on his forehead, and he's telling you to basically like focus. He knows you're not a magic type, but just focus your
Yeah.
energy
Yeah.
on your third eye. You don't have a
Yeah.
fucking real third eye. Look at me. I know you're gonna ask me, do I actually have a third eye? You don't have a third eye, but pretend
Oh,
like
no,
you do.
I wasn't going to ask
Pretend
that.
like you do.
I was gonna tap into like maybe a key point and see if that would help me do anything.
Sure. Whatever floats your goat.
Why don't you go ahead and roll I would say Arcana, Religion, something like that.
Religion
You
is
could pitch me
Religion
something
is
if something-
fucked up, Tyler. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah. Can I use performance or athletics?
No,
Wait,
no,
how about
dude.
acrobatics?
No.
Dude,
What?
you're getting
Can I
advantage.
use athletics?
Yeah, I'm gonna run really fast.
Wait,
and I'm gonna know
am
about
I
it.
You're
getting
getting advantage.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought this was just allowing me to get
No,
a
with
straight
me
roll,
helping
so-
you, you're getting
No,
advantage.
I'm a kind DM.
Okay. All right.
Kind
So
DM.
I'm
Get
gonna
it?
go.
Kind bud.
I'm gonna go Arcana. I'm gonna try to tap into some Arcana.
Okay.
Okay. First roll's good. Oh fuck, that was a misroll. All right. So this is gonna look weird. It is a natural 20, but this is a dice that Nancy gave me, and
You
it's
rolled
a
two nat 20s, you motherfucker.
it's a
Yeah.
it's a
well, the other
oh, wait,
one
hold
wasn't
up.
a nat 20. The other one was a 19 plus 1. The other picture, it's a 19.
Got it.
Oh no, that one earlier was a 19.
She put a piece of hot glue on the 20 and the 19, so they're heavier. So it always lands
sorry.
close up.
It's gonna look weird because she gave me a D21. The 20 is a 21, but I'm sending this to you guys.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
21.
All right,
I'm waiting to get this
I'm
message.
sending this to you.
I believe you.
Yes.
It would be silly for you to lie right here.
No, I sent it. My first roll was a 16 plus 2, so 18.
Yeah.
This one's a nat 20 plus 2, so 22.
Ugh.
So Matt, you or Carveth, you focus in with Bon. You are focusing all of your mind and energy into this fragment of the congruence, and I think you and Bon you sort of almost like astral project into the sky above you.
So do our eyes and mouths do the whole like Avatar beam thing, like where we just have pure energy?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's just my third eye and his eyes.
For everyone who's high at this party, they're
It's
like
freaky.
Fuck.
Yeah. My third eye is going crazy. His eyes and mouth are going crazy.
You're sitting here holding this thing, and your eyes, both of you, your eyes and mouth shoot out white light as you both fly into the air spectrally, and you look around in all directions, and you see white energy radiating from a couple directions.
Okay.
You see up ahead north in the direction you were already heading. Actually, I'll say that one last because that's where y'all are heading.
Okay.
You see to the west, in the distant, far in the distance, past the Ironwood, past Mordell, you see a strong, thick, white line, beam of light shooting up from the ground off in the distance. You also see to the southeast, over back towards Lake Campbell and the Throne Mountain, all of that, you see a very thin white beam shooting up from the ground below. I think it's a little too far. You can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but you recognize that is kind of the direction that is. And then you also see up towards the north, you see two things. One, you see a thin beam as well that seems to be moving. It is up north towards the mountains, but it is moving. However, it is kind of hard to make out because there is a enormous, wide, blinding white light just encapsulating most of the mountainous region up ahead.